Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Randeezus. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. Today we're going to be talking about the future of Call of Duty Warzone, and more specifically how Warzone will be integrated into Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. We have leaks from a seasoned leaker, a video from Treyarch explaining how they're integrating the two games, and then some intuition / educated guesses. So without further ado, let's get right into it. The Black Ops Cold War multiplayer reveal had some very cool info regarding the Warzone section of the new Call of Duty game. We were told back in April-ish by Infinity Ward narrative director Taylor Kurosaki that Warzone was going to be the through line that connects all of the different Call of Duty franchises. Now, back in April, this sounded amazing, but there was no end to the speculating. Does that mean that there will be a new map every year? Does that mean that all Call of Duty games are now set in the same universe? Does that mean that Warzone will be here forever? Well, so far it seems yes to all those questions. As for the map, it will still be in Verdansk, but not the Verdansk that we already know. In the Modern Warfare campaign, there are a few references to how Verdansk was beautiful before the Cold War, how Verdansk was a battleground in the Cold War, etc, etc, etc. Now, when hearing this, when it first came out, it honestly went right over my head, but after the interview with Taylor Kurosaki in April, and now with the Black Ops Cold War reveal, this information is getting much more exciting. It really highlights how Warzone will be the one constant in the entire Call of Duty franchise. Speaking of the map, there's a new mode in Black Ops Cold War called Fireteam. This mode sounds super cool and fun. Basically, it's a Black Ops version of Modern Warfare's Ground War. Now, there is another game mode, Combined Arms, which is also being called the Ground War of Black Ops, but it's only 12v12, so bleh. Fireteam is a new mode where 4 teams of 10 duke it out in objective-based game modes. 40 players in total, giant maps, giant fun. They only showed one map, but it did resemble the new Warzone map leaked a while ago by the exclusive Ace. The map they showed was very green, which is a nice change from the current Warzone. It had windy roads, lots of trees to hide behind. It looked like a sawmill, almost, with some mountains in the background, which would make sense if you remember the leak. It said that there's a green area and then some ski slopes in the bottom left or something. Now, we've seen snowmobiles in the multiplayer reveals, so far, a lot of things are kind of lining up perfectly. It's also worth noting here some pretty big things. Warzone will continue to be free to play, which I think doesn't come as a surprise, but also that most cosmetics from Modern Warfare Warzone will carry over into the Black Ops Cold War Warzone, which is so cool. This might be my favorite part. By treating Warzone like its own game, they're finally able to compete with other popular BR games like Fortnite and Apex Legends, but bring more to the table. Hear me out here. Free-to-play games generate a ton of money from cosmetic purchases, and people don't mind buying skins because they know that they can use them whenever they want. In the past, though, Call of Duty cosmetics have been pretty much worthless because, yes, even though in that specific game you can use them whenever you want, once the game comes out, you are rarely, if ever, going to play that older COD game, rendering your old skins useless. That's why the ability to use the skins that you bought in Modern Warfare in Black Ops Cold War is so cool, because it adds value to the skins that you buy. Now you can use that gold mace skin you bought in Modern Warfare and Cold War. That's not a useless purchase anymore. Weapon blueprints will also be carried over. It's kind of still a big question mark as to how. Like the XM4, for example, is technically the M4A1. Will we be able to use our pink anime bullets on the XM4, or will it be limited to the exact same weapon, like an MP5 blueprint on Modern Warfare on the MP5 on Black Ops Cold War? What about the AK-47 blueprint on an AK-74U or the RPD in Black Ops Cold War? Many questions still need to be answered, but it looks like it's going forward in a very good way. One thing that can be taken as either a good thing or a bad thing is from the leaker, The Long Sensation. So we know that Warzone is the through line through Call of Duty. But what that means is that Warzone is its own game. Now, for some of you, this might be a no-brainer, but for me, I honestly didn't ever really think of this. I just assumed each game would take over Warzone, and then you'd have to change game mechanics, which is normal for Call of Duty players, but for all the new free-to-play players and a lot of PC players, they aren't used to those changing mechanics every single year that us console guys are. So it's not that Warzone is Modern Warfare, but Warzone was just developed by Infinity Ward at the same time as Modern Warfare, so all of the mechanics are the same. So when Black Ops Cold War comes out and adds all of its stuff to Warzone, it won't be changing the mechanics or anything. One thing that is interesting though is weapon balancing. It's sounding like you'll be able to use a weapon from Modern Warfare or Black Ops Cold War in the same game. And since the time to kill is much slower in Black Ops multiplayer than it is in Modern Warfare multiplayer, all the guns will have to be rebalanced for Warzone. This also brings up the question of, are there just gonna be like 50 guns that you can use? What about in 2 or 3 years when there are 2 or 3 more Call of Duties out? Are there gonna be 150 guns that you can use? It's quite crazy. That doesn't make any sense, but it would be super cool. The rebalancing of all the weapons sounds like a hell of a job as well, so good luck to whoever is doing that. In short, think of Black Ops Cold War, as well as Modern Warfare actually, as DLC for the game that is Warzone. Warzone is its own game that will be updated by whatever developer is that year's main Call of Duty game. And I'll be honest, when I first heard this, I was a little bummed out because I just assumed that that would mean that the game was lacking something, like it wasn't complete. But the more I think about this, the happier I am, because that means that the longevity of Warzone will be extended and hopefully improved upon as years go by, instead of basically just creating a new game every single year, like Blackout 2, and then Warzone 2, and then Blackout 3, and Warzone 3, and so on and so on. All in all, I'm very excited for Warzone this coming year. I'm gonna be pumping out content as fast and consistently as I can. I'll also be doing giveaways at major milestones for the channel. The first one will be at 250 subs, which is only a few days away, so if you're interested in that, make sure you subscribe. Guys, if you like the video, like the video. If you love the video, subscribe down below, and let me know in the comment section if you're as excited about Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War's Warzone as I am. Oh my god, that's such a mouthful. Peace out.